All right, everyone. Welcome to group coaching for the month of July. I am just going to grab the links here so we can get going. And then we will get going on our group coaching for tonight. Tonight is going to be a little bit interesting. I just had carpal tunnel surgery this week. So I've got a lovely hand that is a little bit bandaged up, but we're making it. I was actually able to get on and work the evening of my surgery. So that evening after I had surgery, I was able to, but it's been slow going because I've had been keeping it propped up and my fingers keep turning blue on me and all of that fun stuff. So things have been going a little slow. And then my family and I are in the middle of a move to the state of North Carolina from Ohio. So things are changing for our family. And all of this, well, Mom is down with a bum hand. So all right. I'm going to get this posted out there. So what we're going to talk about tonight is the last time that we met, I believe that we talked a little bit about setting up your Facebook, was talking about setting up your Facebook page, I believe. So today I am going to go over some different things about running an online business and how you can do that successfully, especially as a mother, a busy mother, wife, stay-at-home spouse, however that may be, and maybe you work a 9-to-5 position outside of the home, and so you may have other irons in the fire. How you can do that and stay sane at the same time. And I know that those two may be kind of maybe an oxymoron, if you want to say that. But how we do it and be able to kind of keep our sanity all at the same time. And I apologize if I'm moving around here a little bit. I'm just trying to get the lighting right. I don't have lights for right in front there. And the ironing board there. As I said, we're packing, so everything's kind of jumbled. So being able to run a business from home, keep everything straight, and know who you have appointments with, when, what you need to be getting done, when, and how do we do it all, and keep our sanity, and be able to also keep running and keep everything on the home front going. How do we do that? Here, pause that so that I just need to make sure that all of my things are up here so that I can see if people leave messages. It is a big chore to keep an online business going and work from home. How I do it. So I did a Facebook Live earlier this week. Actually, it was the day that I returned home from a trip to North Carolina. And it was kind of spur of the moment. I like doing spur of the moment things. It can be a little bit challenging. So in order to keep track of everything that I have going, I use a variety of methods. I use project management tools. I've talked about project management tools before in past group coaching. And I'm going to talk a little bit about them tonight, not in full. But I am going to show you some of my favorites. Just let me get up screen share here. Okay. So I am going to go ahead, let's see. All right, so one of my favorites is Asana. And the reason why I like Asana is because it's a free tool. So I use it. Let's see, do this one. Tool for up to 15 team members, so that you can add, if you have that many staff in your business, you can add that many into your Asana. It also allows you to invite guests to certain projects. So you don't even have to use this just for your online business. You could use this for household tools. I'm going to go to my own here, just so we're not breaking any confidences here. So this would be for my own business. And you can see I have a double one here. I have my business email set up, and then I also have my personal, so that either way I'm getting notified about things that are on my business lists. And I like the way that Asana has done things now. They have things where you can set things up into sections, which makes it very easy for onboarding clients. So if I were to create a new project, what I would do is I would go over here and I would just say create project. They also have a new way to do this. You can do a board now and make it sort of like Trello, or you can just do the list like I have here already. So I could do project, let's say right now what's on my mind is moving. So I can make it public to iPlanner and Company, make it just private for myself. I'm going to just do the private for right now. You can also do templates. This has a lot of different templates that you can do. You can do a meeting agenda. Now, some of these, if it has this little yellow part right out here, that is a premium template. And what premium means is that is a paid subscription to Asana. So if you wanted to do, you're onboarding a new client and they're not familiar with Asana, you can use this one so that they can go through. You can preview that and see how, Asana is set up, all of that. Go through that. You can use a meeting agenda. So you may be meeting with your team. So here's a template for doing that, for setting that up. So instead, I just want to use a blank setup, and I want to use the list version. So I'm going to create a project, and it's called Moving. Now over here, you're going to see this little lock. That means that it's private. I'm the only one that can see that. Nobody else within my company can see that. I can set a highlight color to it. So let's say I want to do this color. Looks like I've already got somebody else that color, so let's do that. You can add this to your favorites. So that kind of adds that up here, right at the top. There's a lot of other things right here. You can delete the project. You can copy this. You can add it to the dashboard. So when you first log in, you would be able to see that. And then you can start writing your tasks. You can remove it from favorites, remove it from recents. So how we're going to start this out is that we would go over here, we'd add a section. So we'd start out, the first thing we need to do is materials. So then we would just hit enter, and then you would just list out. So for instance, collect boxes. This is just what's one of the things that's foremost in my mind. If you were setting this up for a client, you may be doing something like this: revenue producing actions. So what revenue producing actions can you set up for your client? What tasks are those going to be? So for instance, mine are apply for positions from job boards, be consistent in job groups on Facebook, doing Facebook Live videos. So I could add that one in here. I've been doing a little bit more of that. Posting on social media 1 to 2 times a day. So getting a little bit more consistent with that. And then over here at the side, you can assign those tasks. Now, I don't really need to assign them because I'm the only one on my team right now. I have others on my team, but I'm the only one working on these specific tasks. These are admin tasks to my business that just have me working on them. So okay. So that is kind of a little bit of behind the scenes with Asana. Now, for this particular project, if I wanted to add someone to just this project within my Asana, all I would need to do is go up here and hit this empty spot, and I could add a member. I could just put in someone's email if I wanted to. I could add another one of my emails. This is so old. And then hit enter, and I can put in, see here, I have myself as a member. I can set myself as a project owner. I can remove myself from that project. I would have to upgrade to make this project a private project. And you can add guests to these projects. So if I were to add a guest, okay, I'm going to do this just to show you. Because I can remove it later. So I would invite them. Put them there. And then you can add a message to that person, notify them when new tasks are added to the project, then add. And then, okay, that has added that person to this project. So now that we have that person on the project, I'm not sure, I don't know why it's not letting me add them as a guest. So then, you know, if you wanted to, you can always remove people from, see, this one is just they've not been confirmed. So we can remove them from the project. That was just another one of my emails, so it's not a big deal. And that's how that works. Then once you're logged into Asana and you have all of this stuff, you can go over here and click on My Tasks, and you'll be able to see everything that is yours to do. You'll be able to see the things that are assigned to someone else to do. Over here, you're going to be able to see all of that. Your inbox. So if someone has sent you a message, all of that kind of stuff, you'll be able to see that. Your dashboard, you can add a project summary to your dashboard. So you'll be able to see the status of your projects and all of this stuff. And you can open a report in Google Sheets. Hold on one second and let me check back over here. Okay, I just wanted to check through the chats to make sure about questions. So that is pretty much, and then, you know, others can add you to their spaces as well. So you can have one that's personal projects if you want, that would not be anything to do with your business. So this is where I actually could have put the moving project, and I can probably, you know, remove it and put it there if I really wanted to leave it there. You can create even a new workspace. So if, you know, you have a client that says, okay, I want this set up, you can go in, you can create a new workspace. Maybe you're setting up Asana for a client. You can create an Asana account for them, create a new workspace. Maybe they have different clients that they need different workspaces for. You can do that as well. So that is all under Asana. Now, the other favorite tool that I have is Teamwork. And this. Now, Teamwork has a great deal for startups. Teamwork has a free for startup businesses who are under a certain dollar amount of income. you can get it free for the first year. So if you went to teamwork.com/startup, you could get Teamwork for free. So for instance, I'm going to go into my project right here. This is just my dashboard, so it would show, you know, everything. So this would be my overview. When I would go into my own company, you know, the tasks that I would have, the projects that I would have, people on the projects. I've had this account for nearly a year. So actually my trial period, or not my trial period, but my 1 year free membership is almost completed. So, but I do like Teamwork because it allows you to track your time right within Teamwork. So you can bill for that. You can add time logs right in there and then be able to download a timesheet and attach that right with your bill to your clients if you're billing hourly. So billing, you know, you can see what time has been billed and what time has not. You can set your rates right in there. So like my project rate is $18 an hour. So I would update that and then be able to you know, bill for that time. You can add people in there, your links. You can add notebooks. I love using the notebooks feature because you can add so many different things in here and keep everything organized. I love that feature of Teamwork. And milestones is basically like a calendar within Teamwork. So you can add a milestone, and that's like setting a due date for your tasks that need to be completed, and it will send you, you can set it up to send you reminders and emails and all of that good stuff. So that's just kind of a quick overview. You can also, with Teamwork, another fun thing about Teamwork is that you can set up a client portal right on your website to where you can just send your clients right to your website and have, so for instance, my clients could go to iplannerandcompany.com/client login and be able to log into their account. Now, I don't believe that's actually the URL that I have it set up under. I do have it on my website, but I don't think that's the actual URL. But you can actually set it up to do that and embed a login right on your website for your clients to go in and log into, as well as team members. There are some other features to Teamwork. There's a Teamwork, like a help desk that you can set up, and there's also Teamwork Chat, which is a beta feature of Teamwork. I have not really messed around with chat too much. I never really found it super helpful to me. I've more used the messages feature or the comments feature to Teamwork than anything else. So that is pretty much that tool. There are a few other ones. Workboard. That you can use. I am not super familiar with Workboard, but I have used it. Sometimes I will get into these programs and I will just kind of check them out a little bit just to see what it is all about them and all of that. Just checking through here to see if there are any questions. Exactly what's going to pop up here because it's been a while since I've been into the program. And maybe nothing is going to pop up because it's taking so long. Okay, so here is Workboard. You can see, it's been a while since I logged into here. This is pretty much my work. This would be your teamwork. You would be able to see from a board view what's in progress, what has been done, what is next to be done, what's the backlog. There's 270 things in a list view. You can tell I have not been in here for a while, but that's okay because I don't really use this one. I just have it as a backup in case any of my clients would decide, hey, I use Workboard. This is where I need to be. So because I also have Trello and I've used Trello as well. So there's all these different features. There's meetings. You can have meetings right on Workboard. You would have to upgrade to the Elite or renew your trial. So that is kind of just a short overview of Workboard. So the other tool that I use that I have to make sure that every other program integrates with is Google Calendar. Google Calendar is my lifesaver. Let's see. I love my Google Calendar. I have it on my iPhone and it's on my tablet and it's pretty much everywhere else that, a calendar should be. So I keep track of everything in Google Calendar. And the good thing about Google Calendar is that you can set up so many different calendars within Google Calendar, color code them all so you know where you need to be, what you need to be doing. You can block off times, and then you can integrate this into your schedule system, which is what I have done. So when a client goes to schedule an appointment with me, they can see when I have available and when I don't. And I have it linked to both a personal calendar and my business calendar. Because I have both. I have my, my business, my iPlanner and company calendar, and then I have a personal calendar that has, all of my family's appointments and all of that kind of thing on it. So we keep track of everything. This is super helpful. I highly recommend that you get a system like this, whether you use Google Calendar, Outlook Calendar, iCalendar, whatever it is that you decide you're going to use, you have to have some sort of calendar. And paper doesn't always work because sometimes things get forgotten. I keep paper calendars around too, and I will keep one right around the corner from the phone, and I'll go to answer the phone. I pick it up. Okay, I need to change this appointment. So I change it on paper, and then I forget to change it in my calendar. And I totally forget the appointment altogether. So, you know, having these calendars in place is super, super important, and keeping them updated. So it's a good idea to go in at least once a day and check through your schedule for the day, schedule for the week. Make sure that you're keeping up to date on what is going on. Make sure that your paper calendar and your electronic calendar are in sync. And that everything that is written on your paper calendar is also in your electronic calendar, so that, you know, things don't get forgotten or let go. Now, another good thing that is neat about Google Calendar is that you can actually do a to-do list in Google Calendar. Now, this calendar, for instance, it just has where you can set up reminders or events. There are different apps that you can add to, and I obviously don't have that portion set up on here for some reason. My personal calendar does have that, but it will add a to-do list up here at the top with a little check mark box, so that you can add a to-do list up at the top and then go through as things are finished, you can check them off. So if you are a list maker, that is a great feature of Google Calendar. And I believe that that may just be an extension possibly that you can get in like the web store, the Chrome web store maybe. There are lots of fun things in that, and we may actually go over that in a future group coaching session. So those are just some of the tools that I use to keep my business running smoothly. Another thing that I use to keep my business running smoothly is Acuity Scheduling. Helps me to schedule appointments with clients. And it's inexpensive, really. It's like $10 a month. And you can set up your business hours so that your clients can go in. They know that I'm available from 9 to 1, you know, Monday through Friday, whatever that is. Or they know that you're closed Tuesday, Thursday, but you're open Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, however it is that you want to set up your schedule. You can also set up different appointment types within here. You can take payments through this system for different appointment types. So for me, I'm a coach as well as being a virtual assistant. So with my coaching, I offer a couple of different packages, like my my direct sales product and services brainstorming session, which is $25 right now. By the way, it's a good price. If you're a direct sales consultant, I would highly suggest getting in on that deal. It's good till the end of July. So I can set that up. You can go in and you can then just purchase that session straight from my scheduling system. Get that all scheduled with me, and then Acuity takes care of all of the reminder emails. So I don't have to be sitting at my computer to send you a reminder email. It sends me a reminder and you a reminder, so that neither one of us forgets about the appointment. I think there are other ways to set that up as well that I'm not sure, but that it can set up reminder calls. I'm hesitant to say that because I'm not sure. We can take a look at integrations real quick. So this integrates with Zoom as well, which I do use Zoom video. But this integrates with a lot of different things like FreshBooks, QuickBooks, Xero, Aweber, a lot of these different ones, MadMimi, MailChimp, ConvertKit, which, by the way, I really like ConvertKit too. I use MailChimp, but I like ConvertKit as well. And I like Constant Contact as well. I've used several of those different ones. You can even set it up with your Facebook Ads Pixel. So that's a really good thing. And Google Analytics. You can set this up with your CRM system, so Infusionsoft. through Zapier. You can sync them together. Google Contacts, Zoho CRM. I have used that a little bit. And here are the different payment options that Acuity works with. So it works with Stripe and with PayPal. And here are the different web builders that it works with. So it's pretty flexible. You can see the top ones there are GoDaddy, Squarespace, and WordPress. But you can also place it directly onto your Facebook business page so that people can click that tab on your Facebook page that says Book Now. So there's a lot of different options. You can even choose to have them embed your scheduler for you if you're struggling with that, or you can choose to have me embed your scheduler for you too. I can do that as a part of my services. You can sync with other calendars. This is an option. You can choose to block off different times. Whatever calendars that you have available, you can do that. I was going to look at packages. You can set up different packages within here. So you can set up a shop pretty much with Acuity. So this is really cool too. So as a virtual assistant, you can set up these different packages and basically have a website built around Acuity. Have your clients go in and schedule an appointment with you to talk about a specific, say you're setting up a landing page for someone. They can go in, purchase this, and then set up an appointment with you to speak about what they want for that landing page design and setup all together. Or same thing with, a MailChimp setup. However that goes, you can set up all of those different things. And I'm seeing that some of this is all, outdated. So, so those are just a little bit of the options that you can do with Acuity. Another option that they have are intake form questions. So if you're with your virtual assistant business or even a direct sales consultant business, it's a good idea to have forms in place when you are getting ready to speak with a new client and they schedule an appointment with you. These are automatically sent to my clients for whatever program that they are enrolling, or not enrolling, but asking to book. So if they are booking a brainstorm session with me, there is a questionnaire that they're going to fill out about what they expect to get out of that session, what type of business that they're currently running, just some get to know you questions so that I can kind of have a grasp on where we're going with that session, and it helps me to have a better understanding before we even speak, so that when we actually get on the phone, our time is spent in getting to know one another, and then it's also spent in actually doing that brainstorming session instead of spent on figuring out all of this stuff that could have been figured out on a form ahead of time. So that's all pretty much that. Apologize about all this noise. My kids are kind of going crazy out there. So this is kind of like the month view. And all of these things work together to kind of help keep me sane. Along with a door on my office. I just had to share that. So having a door on my office also helps keep me sane. So being able to have that space where you let your family know, okay, this is my work hours. These are my work times. This is when, I need quiet. If you have children, I realize that that can be an issue, um, especially for work at home moms. And so being able to have that time where you set aside and you say, okay, for these 2, maybe 3 hours of the day, this is my business time. This is my work time. It's like as if I've left the house, I've gone to the office. I have to have this time. So if your significant other is there, if you can get a friend to help you with the kids, then do what you can. I find a lot of times I will try, because I realize that there's not always that availability to a sitter. Um, Sometimes your friends are not available to sit with your kids, and I get that. And not everyone has children that are super, super young. My children are going to be 3.5 in August, and I've been running my business for 2 years. And I will say that it gets easier as they get older. When they're real young, it is a little bit more difficult because they're getting into things um, that they shouldn't be, and it can be very, very challenging. Um, there have been times when I've had to get something done. So I put a cartoon on. I say, all right, you're going to sit in this chair and you're going to watch this cartoon. Mommy has to get this done. But the thing is if you set up specific work hours and then stick to that schedule, that is what is super important, is being able to say, okay, these are my work hours every day from 9 to noon. This is what I'm going to do. And I'm not saying that yours has to be 9 to noon. Maybe you're going to work best after your kids go to bed at night, and that's fine too. But being able to say that these are my specific work hours, and then after that time, it's family time. It's time to do what you need to do around the house. Set up a vacation responder on your email. Set up a voicemail on your business phone. Do what you need to do to be able to turn off the business side of things. And I know that may come across as a little iffy as you're building your business, but if you don't, you're gonna burn out. And I had just about reached that point with my business, and my business coach, she said, when do you take time for you? When do you have the time with your spouse? When do you have the time with your kids? When do they get you? So being able to recognize when it's time to close it down. Make sure that you at least have 1 day out of the week, if not 2, that you're taking off from work. When you're first building your business, I realize that that's hard. You're excited. You're ready to get going. There's a million things going through your head. You're ready to make money. But you also need to remember that you can't pour from an empty cup. So you've got to schedule in time for you, time for your family, time for your kids, time for you to rejuvenate yourself. And it'll be amazing what it will do for your business. I can't believe the growth that has been happening in my business just over the last month. It's like things have been exploding, and it's awesome to see that happening, and just taking it day by day. It's a challenge, yes, but once you get these processes set in motion and you follow them consistently, consistency is key. And you're going to hear me say that all the time. Being consistent is what's going to help you to build a business that's profitable. And the only reason why I know this is from learning it myself. Being consistent, showing up consistently, doing what you do consistently. No matter if one person shows up, no matter if nobody shows up, showing up consistently and doing what you do, no matter if nobody responds to it, showing up consistently and doing what you do. So that is today's group coaching session. If you have questions or want to speak to me further about how to get a better handle on your day, please let me know. I would be happy to help you and help you to set in motion a good plan for you for your day. Try to carve out some time. And as always, I'm available by Facebook chat, email. You can get me either one of those ways and I will respond. And I hope you have enjoyed the group coaching. If you have, please share with someone. We will be having another one in August. I have not picked the date since I am moving. It may be towards the end of August next month instead of within the first 2 weeks. Because generally it's the second Friday of the month. But since we are moving, it may be towards the 18th or the 25th of next month. But I will be announcing that and you will be getting to know that. And the replay of this will be available until Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And you can get on and rewatch that and share. So I hope you will do that and let me know any questions that you might have. Have a great night and a great weekend. Bye.